Alright guys, so in today's video, I'm going over every single problem with tower defense games, but specifically Roblox tower defense games. So let's get right into it. So the first problem is updates. So if we go into Tower Defense Simulator and we look at the news feed, we can see the past couple of updates have just been skins and small other things like name tags. Now the big problem with this is that there's no real content. Yes, there is skins, but there's no real towers, no new modes, and the updates aren't even that often. The second problem with tower defense games, specifically Roblox tower defense games, is meme tower defense games. So as we can see, the first thing that comes up when I search tower defense is Toilet Tower Defense. This game has 92,000 players. It has substantially more players than Tower Defense Simulator. And if we see here, the game hasn't been around that long, but it has so many visits and there's so many people active and so many people like it. And the big problem is that if we head into the game, we can see that there's just so much stuff that's just so wrong. So once we get into the game, we can immediately see some red flags, which is trading number 1. Number 2 is the shop, and we go here, they have crates and all of them are with Robux. Except for this one, which is gems, but still, this is a big red flag. And the other thing about this tower defense game is if we go into an actual game, it's not even that good. Nothing really looks that great, and it's just overall not that fun. So once we get into the game, we can see that the enemies are so simple and they're not complex at all. And the problem with this is that it's just overall not fun, and it's crazy how many people are playing this game just because it's a popular meme. Anyways, let's get on to the next one. So the next thing is lack of updates. Now I know I already kind of went over this, but if we see Tower Defenders, it just got its revival update. But this game used to get thousands of players and has its revival update, and it only has 93 players. So the big problem with this is that this game hasn't been updated for a long time, but not only that, that nothing has changed, there's no new anything, and the game just gets boring over time. So the problem is like there's just no content. Now the next problem is not changing your game, and I know you guys are thinking we just talked about updates and not consistent updates. Well, Tower Blitz is a great example. And I love this game, it's so much fun, but there's a huge problem, and let me show you, so let's get right into this. So now that we're in Tower Blitz, we can see that the season is still here, and this was the Christmas season or winter season, and it is already almost winter for Christmas of 2023. This came out in 2022. So this has been going on for a long time, and you should never have something go on for this long. This is crazy. And Tower Battles has had the same thing, and I know Tower Battles they don't really update anymore, but still, it's just crazy that they still haven't changed this. And Tower Blitz got a kind of recent UI update too, so it's just pretty weird. And the last and final problem is removing good things from your game. Tower Defense Simulator is one of the main things that has done this. So Tower Defense Simulator used to have something called Golden Mode. Now Golden Mode was the mode in between Molten and Fallen Mode. Molten Mode was pretty easy, but then you had Golden Mode, which was harder, but Fallen Mode at the time was way harder. So it was a good mix in between it. But if we go down here, we can see there's something called Tower Defense Legacy. And Tower Defense Simulator Legacy is Tower Defense Simulator, but the older version of it. And this one has all of the modes and everything. And some people prefer old Tower Defense Simulator compared to the new Tower Defense Simulator, and it's because they have removed a lot of good features from the game. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.